Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 15th of August. I'm going to give you the key strands to look out for, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to share with you each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through to Pisces in greater detail. Now, this is a week when Mars is very much at the center of the celestial story. And this is because he is going to be moving into a new home on Saturday. But Mars usually takes 45 days or 6 weeks to transit through each zodiac sign. But when it moves into Gemini on Saturday, it's going to be there for 7 months and 6 days. So a really extended period of time. This is because every 2 years Mars goes into a retrograde. Last time it was in the sign it governs of Aries. This time Gemini, very much about how we interact, particularly in terms of our communication, can bring more drama, can also push us to get a bit fitter and more active in the months to come. However, this week does begin with a rather limiting opposition between the Sun and Saturn. Perhaps there's a relationship issue that does need very carefully considering. But Mars is going to be squaring up with the Sun this week and also embracing the quarter moon in Taurus on Friday. And that's saying to us not to be too impulsive when it comes to our romantic situation. Funnily enough, Venus, also in the glamorous Leo, along with the Sun, is forging a beautiful link with Jupiter, the planet of fortune. Now, maybe it is the case that with Jupiter going backwards, we could be feeling a little bit less optimistic, but these two planets are known as the greater and lesser benefics. So the two planets of fortune. So something positive can still come through at the heart of this week. But it is true that Mercury, in its home zone of Virgo, does go into an opposition with Neptune later this week. So if we are planning anything that requires some precision, we really need to concentrate. But if there is something we want to work towards that's much more tangible, the angle between Mars and Pluto before it moves into Gemini is actually very, very good for worldly stuff, as long as we use the passion and power of that combination in the right kind of way. So we're not trying to just get what we need from a situation, but if we work in a productive way and very systematic and step by step, the passion and the willpower of that combination can really bring some results. But later in the week, yes, we have that transition of Mars into Gemini. Now, if you'd like to check out my deep dive video, please see the link beneath this video. But also on Saturday, Mercury enters its shadow period. It won't go into retrograde in the sign of Libra until the 9th of September, but it is going to next week move into the sign of Libra. It's in Virgo at the moment, so just be aware that when it comes to those communications, the need for clarity is vital, but the passion of Mars moving into Gemini will certainly give us all a little bit more capacity to articulate our ideas or ventilate our ideas in a positive way. And please stay with me now for each of your 12 zodiac signs. If you would like to embrace more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you a roadmap that can guide you for the rest of your life. Also, my special package of 30% off. If you order now, I'll give you your year 2023 personal forecast plus the rest of this year 3. Please see the link beneath this video. And finally, I've raced through the 101,000 subs mark. I'd be so grateful if you've yet to subscribe if you did so now. If you have already, thank you so much for your support, but please click or tap on the bell notification symbol if you've yet to do so. So Virgo, your week commencing the 15th of August forecast has seen a lot of energy, a lot of vibrancy in House 9, all about widening your horizons, travel, being more daring, stepping outside your comfort zone, just at a time when the Sun and Venus are in a much more reflective area. So that is a bit of a paradox. And also the Sun is challenged by Saturn at the start of this week, which could lower your vitality just when you want to do something that is a little bit more buccaneering and trailblazing. However, Venus is forging a really sweet link with Jupiter this week. Now, Venus in the 12th house can be a time when we're thinking very deeply about our relationships. It can be a time of great reflection. It can, in certain circumstances, be a time when relationships come to a close. But the link with Jupiter suggests that a conversation you have this week, or something you read, or some ideas that you gain by quiet reflection can give you a lot of insight into what your relationship needs are at this particular time. Now Mars, which has been part of that galvanizing group in the sign of Taurus, that is challenging the Sun this week. Indeed, it's also challenging Saturn. So if there is something that you really want to go for, but you don't quite feel you have the energy or the drive or even the self-confidence, just wait until Saturday, because then Mars climbs right to the top of your horoscope, the 10th house, and he's going to be there for 7 months and 6 days. This is going to give you an enormous amount of extra support, confidence, authority, and drive over those coming months. It's just that your ruler Mercury does go into shadow on Saturday too. This is the pre-retrograde period where you kind of get the energies of a retrograde but not quite as pronounced. But because Mercury is in an opposition with Neptune, something you want to achieve for yourself individually may seem blocked. Perhaps someone is going to say something that quite easily pricks your bubble. You know, it's a very lowering, potentially, influence this. Mercury's about how we think, and it's about your love of precision. But in the first house, it's about starting things off or adding extra energy to the strands that are important to you. But a partner may just seem to be, very lacking in enthusiasm for what you want to do, which could really make you feel cramped, because at this time, with these exciting energies that have been manifesting in the 9th house, being much more spontaneous and daring is something you want to go for. And once the Sun moves into your sign and you have a very powerful new moon later this month, which does square up with Mars, that's all going to give you a lot more ambition. So the support of a partner or those closest to you is going to help you on your way. And if it's not forthcoming, I think you could be rather disappointed by that.